Hello guys, welcome to New Society. I'm Nona Prince, joined by Harneet and Rohit. Say hello
Hello,
guys.
hello.
And we are back on the channel for a long time now, and today we are talking about Marvel Studios, Marvel Animation X-Men 97. Did it stick the landing? Was it great? Was it the best thing Marvel has ever put out? Is it the best X-Men ever? We'll answer all these things. We'll discuss, we'll debate, and we'll rank it where it lie in the MCU, order. But until then, you can hit that like button, share, comment. Let us know your thought in the chat, and let's discuss, guys. What are your overview? Let's not go overview. What were your expectations for the show, and then what did you feel about it? Let's go with Harneet.
Thank you for putting me on the spot. But uh, there were no expectations as of such. I did not expect it to like do anything. I had forgotten all the X-Men episodes before this. I used to watch them. Used to love the Spider-Man shows especially. And I remembered, especially all of us, I think, remembered the theme music for the X-Men animated show. But I had forgotten what the premise was, what it used to be like, and there were no expectations as of such. But once it started and you got reminded of what has happened before and what is happening now, and the storylines, it actually felt like a lot different than what we have seen in Marvel or DC, be it animated movies of DCAU or the Marvel Cinematic Universe. It was totally different feeling to watch this show. I actually can't explain how it felt, but it was such a surreal experience to watch something so pure to the comics without any filters. Like what we are used to is the fact that these studios, what they do is they uh, like put out a subtle version of what the actual comics are, how crazy the comics are. And to think that this show does not just take a story from one single storyline, but takes all the craziest moments from a lot of storylines. So to see that on a animated format even was a great feeling, and it showed the truer version, truer to the comic versions of all the characters that we are used to. Like obviously X-Men in the Fox universe didn't do justice to Cyclops, and we saw him in all his glory. So yeah, it was a great feeling to see all these characters as they should have been portrayed all this time,
They finally gave
and it was a
Cyclops
great show.
justice.
Yeah, they finally gave Cyclops justice. So it was amazing. Yeah, all the relations, it felt very organic. It didn't actually feel like something being pushed down our throat, like Marvel has been doing for a while. It felt organic, it felt natural, and it felt good also.
Rohit.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, yeah.
Yet again, I asked Harneet for one line answer, and he gave a 10-mark answer. But
You didn't specify
you
one
should
line
know
answer.
by now. Okay, Rohit.
I feel X-Men 97 is obviously a great show, which kind of feels like its own thing, even if it's starting off from something which is established. But it's the time also which X-Men 97 has come out, right? Because we are seeing so many world conflicts right now. I won't mention what, but everybody knows there's genocide happening in different parts of the world, especially in one place. But seeing something like Genosha, is at a time like this is very important. I feel even when it comes to the political scenario, that it it makes an indirect commentary on what is happening. So I think it's not only a very good show, but it's a very relevant show. It comments on how hate bubbles in your heart, and finally it you know gets out there and it causes a massacre. So I think it's a very important show. And yeah, of course, like Harneet said everything was very comic book accurate, and it did justice to the characters. But I think it's the time when it has come out and what people have been feeling throughout the world, a lot of it has been validated, and from a very strange source like X-Men, because you don't expect an X-Men to come out all out of the blue and comment on world politics, even though indirectly, but it does. So it's very important. X-Men has always come out during times of crisis. Like for example, the first X-Men movies are coming out when US was kind of uh, occupying Iraq and Iran. Like, so it's X-Men has always come out during those times, and it just feels like a recurring pattern, which is pretty great, honestly. That's what I feel.
I'm sure Marvel didn't, plan it, but coincidence.
I mean, you never know. Matlab, they could have
Correct.
taken a lot of time for more post production if they wanted to, because a thing can always be perfected. But I don't know. Maybe it's coincidence. Maybe it's planned. You never know. But I think whatever it is, it's a very relevant show right now. I feel everybody.
This is something that is rooted in X-Men from the very start. Hello, Batman is here to talk about X-Men.
What do you think, Batman? Who
What
watched
you
the
doing?
episode? Who watched the episode?
Oh, what is a
Bro is on slideshow mode.
what is happening here? I'm like, is he like pretending to be anonymous or something?
50 Shades of Nona.
But Batman, the guy who was supposed to watch the episode with us, but he effed up. What does he think about the show?
I don't know why y'all hate the last episode so much. It's good. It was good.
I love those last
Hate is
episodes.
too strong of a
Not
word.
you all.
Hate is
Not
a
you
too strong
all.
of a word.
Nona.
It set
Nona.
up another season also, and the amount of cameos they put in, man, damn.
I
And other
knew
than
he's
that,
gonna
this-
talk about that. There's one guy talking about real world events and how this show is kind of, just opposed to what's happening in real world and all the drama and the war and everything. And this guy's like, cameos were good.
Did you notice it? I told you to check.
Yeah,
for,
did you watch the reaction?
No.
Varun didn't notice. I was like, dude, that's Peter Parker. Dude, that's Peter Parker.
Yeah, that was Peter Parker with Mary Jane, right? In front
Yeah,
of
yeah.
television.
It was like a blink and you miss it moment.
It's more than that, but okay, we'll come to that later. Let's talk about the show first. Nolan, your expectations from the show and what did you feel about it?
Dude,
Hi, Togo.
each
Hello.
episode was like surpassing my expectations. Like every time it's been so long since like an episode ends and you're like, what the fuck just happened?
But what were your expectations?
My expectations were like a villain of the day, normal cartoon show. Then I didn't expect like when Gambit died, and then when
Spoilers.
I thought this was
It's a spoiler.
yeah, when Gambit died, and then when they revealed that Charles Xavier was still alive, and then Magneto survived, and all mind blowing endings, man, for each episode.
It does like bring your child out. When in the childhood we used to watch such shows and they used to end like this and like, oh my god, now we have to wait a
Yeah.
week to watch it.
That's what.
It
The current day shows you can predict the plot so easily because they use the formula and we know the formula by now. And like here, we did not expect Gambit to die. We did not expect Storm to lose her powers in the start.
I think as
like just-
Rohit was saying, that this feels like its own. You don't really need to watch the old shows, like old episodes. And I also feel like just having seen the films, like not even like the original films, the newer ones and the first class films, and like I have basic idea of X-Men and things, so I understood the world. So I actually didn't know to go back and watch anything. I could just watch the first episode. Is kind of a direct attachment, and from the second episode, it's totally new, a new storyline with Magneto on a trial, and it's more about each episode is kind of exploring the theme and not the storylines of the previous narratives which
Yeah.
they have done already.
Yeah.
I think that was a great decision. So and
No, it it feels like a show which has grown with its audience, honestly.
Yeah. I think we were talking, I and Varun were talking like how, they could have gone for today's children, but they wouldn't understand it. They wouldn't connect to it. So they had to go for the audience who used to watch it. But you cannot make the same shit. They'll not like it today. So you have to actually make it mature enough for them to, enjoy it.
Yeah.
It's
I'm like, a lot of people had this criticism online. Why is X-Men so political? I'm like, X-Men has always been political.
Yeah.
X-Men has always been about ostracizing the minority. It's always
Yeah,
been
yeah.
about
It was created as like a thing to like depict discrimination and stuff, right?
yeah, it was created during the Ronald Reagan era, right? When
Yeah.
the Vietnam War was happening and all that stuff. So
Nolan, do you remember the debate we had?
Ah, dude, this guy, no, he's like, it's representing the minorities. They should be powerless, but here they all have powers. It seems.
No,
Nuna's argument.
okay, let's break it down. My point was that it's not a direct, representation of racism. Like in our world, racism happens in the terms of that one, like the majority look down upon the minority. Like in a world, in a time, the American Africans or African people, because of their color of the skin, are looked down upon, that you are not, we are, the white people are better than you. But in X-Men it's not that. It's like the humans are terrified of these people because they are superior than them.
but the thing is, it's not even superior. So a human being sees a mutant and sees, okay, these set of people have a certain amount of powers, right? But they don't see the trials and tribulations which come with having such a power. For example, Cyclops has heat rays, right, coming out of his eyes, but he can never look into the eyes of his lover or into the eyes of his kid. We never take the cons into consideration. And hate comes from fear, because you the first thing, for example, I don't know something about a minority, right? And the first thing I will do is, like, if I was a normal guy, I wouldn't read up on them. I wouldn't see, and if the media covers you less, right, and it has a specific angle on you, then my biases will be fed that, okay, this is a group to be feared, and if they are feared, right, they need to be exterminated, because humanity has never survived on the principles of coexistence, right? Even if you see our country's political scenario, right, we never knew so much hate existed. But after certain things happened, you suddenly saw everybody turning to that hate and everybody going paranoid. All you needed was a push, right? Especially from the media. And we see the media and political powers in X-Men 97 being such a crucial force, being a crucial driving force. You know, why wouldn't a Magneto have so much hate and so much? He understands humanity. He's like, but he still wanted to walk the path of peace, because he had reverence for Charles, right? His old friend. But after a certain point, when Charles comes back after a fling with the Shi'ar queen, you're like, oh my god, everything I've been living is a lie. I just saw people massacred left and right, and this guy is coming back after a hookup into the fucking dawn. And like this is stupid.
Dude, there was a meme about it. They put a picture of Charles Xavier and Magneto, and they're like, these two guys just made their breakup everybody's problem.
No, but even if you look at the finale, right, the humans, like they proved that they are wrong. Again they proved Magneto's point. So okay, you tell me, guys. I never found Charles's, what do you say, arguments valid. Even after Genosha, never. And then even then, humans proved wrong themselves by going for that. What's that called? Project Magneto.
Uh, the one where the Prime Sentinels were created, right?
The
No.
Magneto
The
Protocol.
Magneto Protocol. They destroyed
Oh
them,
yeah.
right, with the missile.
Oh,
So
yeah,
even
yeah.
that time they like proved Magneto only right. So I'm like anything Charles says makes no sense.
Let me just clarify. What was Magneto's point in your point of view?
Like they will never change. There's no, they you'll never come on a level that both can coexist because they will never let it happen.
So exterminate them.
I'm not saying he's right. I'm not saying Magneto is
That's
right.
literally what you say.
No, I'm saying he's right about the humans. Like what Charles is saying that it can happen, it can happen. Humanity again proved themselves wrong. Unlike a Dark Knight, where humanity proved itself right. They defeated Joker. That they didn't fall for his plan. That they all want chaos and they will always end up.
Yeah.
So here humanity actually proved Joker right in a sense. If you look at in that parallel.
Yeah, but again, that wasn't all of humanity, right? Some of the countries were still against it, but America decided to fire.
No, but
Yeah,
It wasn't all.
they have given
It's not
him the
all
power,
people.
right? Like you're
It's never
He-
all the people.
Yeah.
It's the powerful which dictate the voice of any kind of group, right? For example, if like you will never hear the minority speaking even in the majority part of it. There will always be some people who will be like, okay, this is genocide. This is not something which you have to support. But there'll be the powerful belief that this is the necessary solution. Magneto also kind of reflects that he's not right. There's a reason why he's the antagonist, but he was moving to being a good guy at heart. For example, the X-Men were also warming up to him, right, as being a leader, but everything just went haywire, right? And if you see the death of so many people who are close to you, your promised land gets ravaged, right? like like we often hear of terrorist groups, right? Like attacking a superpower. We don't hear the war crimes which have been committed in their land by that superpower. We don't know the stories behind that atrocity. It's always a cycle of hate. Someone started it, and now you don't know who started it, right? And by the time you realize who started it or who is at fault, maybe no one is, because everybody was harboring insecurities against each other. Both sides are ravaged. The entire planet is destroyed. That's how it happens, right? जितना भी logic लगा लो, जितना भी पढ़ लो, at the end of the day we will pull up our pitchforks and say, you are wrong, we need to burn you down. That's how it's always happened in history. I mean, and it's a beautiful representation. X-Men'97 is a beautiful representation because Magneto is not right. Even he's an extremist. And he realizes that somebody needs to die. He's like, it would rather be better if it was them than us. That's what he's saying throughout the show.
Or maybe he's saying that it's better to kill and die instead of being in a
we are all forgetting the
Just a second,
villains in
Harneet. We have a super chat from Shelly Lee. Thank you, Shelly, yet again. I've always felt that the power of the X-Men are an allegory of what people are marginalized over: race, gender, religion.
True.
Go ahead, Harneet.
Like,
So I was saying, like, this was go on, Rohit. Go on.
because even like, for example, Budemeo, who is the showrunner, right? He is also
Fired showrunner.
someone from the African American community, right? So, for example, this thing, like, the powers are the attributes of a minority. Okay. For example, you will see white people taking aspects of black culture to make themselves look cool. In that way, humanity also wants the powers of the mutants so that they can be on an equal pedestal. Right? So it's very complex if you think about it, like, and I've been thinking about X-Men'97 and it's not leaving my system because
I
It's a
think
show
that's
which is
just
really
the itself shows you how great the show is that you know we are able to talk about it at this length.
true.
Yes, Harneet.
True.
Go, Harneet.
Yeah, so my point was this was all about instigation of people who are trying to get two different, groups to hate each other. In the starting, always like it started from a very normal situation where some people hate the other people, and it goes both ways. Like in not all humans hate mutants, and not all mutants are have hatred about humans also. Yeah, you know what I mean? Like there is a group of people, the freedoms. What is the name of that group? Friends of Humanity, something like that, right? So they have hatred about mutant. And then it is instigated by Bastion. He has a whole plan to make more and more people hate the X-Men, so that they voluntarily come and become the Prime Sentinels and go against the mutants. They want that power, as Rohit said. They want that equal standing against these X-Men, against these mutant, so that these people do not feel scared. And then this is actually, as Shelley said, then allegory. If you remember the 9/11 attacks in US and what happened after that, if you know what I mean about the Patriot Act, what happened in US, like just because they were attacked, and from a small group of Americans that had hatred about Muslims being terrorists, it actually went to a scale where everybody hated, you know, the terrorists, and everybody started projecting their hate to a whole religion. And then it escalated to a point where people were being mistreated and put in jails without reason, and everything that happened in America. So this is what was happening in this show, that I felt that this villain knew, like uh, in that movie Captain America Civil War, you know like Zemo knew how to push the buttons so precisely that he can make people Avengers fight each other, because not normal people will not be able to kill them. He said this, people more powerful than me have tried and failed, but he sparked that fire between them. So in the same way in X-Men, this shows like you need something to ignite so that these people fight each other. And the stability that Charles Xavier talks about, that mutant and humans have to coexist, that does not come to pass. And humans have the superiority, and obviously it again turns into something worse, that humans are also not kind. So humans should also be removed along with mutants. So all this started from a fact that a small group hates it, and all this actually transforms into, and from Magneto's point, like Rohit said, he is a Holocaust survivor. He has seen this before. A group hating another group so much that a whole country starts hating other people, a whole religion, a whole culture of people, and then they just indiscriminately kill them all in gas chambers. He has seen his parents die in the same way, without mercy. And then the moment when Leech is in his arms and he's protecting him, and the the way he said that the boy died and in my arms, believing in me. So for him, this is just a repeat of the worst human tendencies. This is just a repeat of that. So he has seen this before. And despite the fact that he's a Holocaust survivor and he has been discriminated, not just for being a mutant, but also a Jew, he has seen this before. He still tried it. He tried Charles's way, gave humans a chance, and because of Bastion, it did not come to pass. It again showed the worst impulses of human beings, and he was proven right in the end. Obviously, what he did in the end, it was also not, justifiable. But you know what I'm talking, where he was coming from. Also, he tried giving them a chance, and all it did was, it reminded him how his whole community was murdered again, as it happened in the Holocaust.
what was the dialogue in episode 2 where he says that don't make me when they are in the air? He says, right, that last line he says, don't make me fail, something like that he says, no? Remember?
So when he takes all the United Nations people in the air, right?
No, the last line he says, no, I can, like a bug, I can kill you, all this and that. And then he says at the end, I'll give you a chance, what Charles asked me for. Don't, something he says, very, very amazing line he says that, don't make me do something. Yeah, it's a great line.
My favorite line was when he comes back, from Bastian's grasp, and he says like he tells Charles, when he talking to Charles after coming back that Leech was in my arm, there was a mutant in my arms, and he believed in me because he has told Magneto told him before that I'll protect you, nothing will happen to you, and he told him that his eyes, melted in his skull right before me because he believed in me. And not in the actual Magneto. He believed in Magneto who was trying to follow Charles Xavier. And that was the best line for me in that whole show. Can you imagine somebody who has lost his parents in front of his eyes and his whole community as a child, and now as an adult, when you try to grasp, power, when you try that you should have control over your own life. As a kid, you never have control over your own life, and you try so that, when you're an adult, you can have something to give hope to people when you didn't have as a kid. And now a kid is in your arms and you again have to see them die. So that is where Magneto was coming from, That is why he took all these extreme steps.
Like what just that reminds me of a very beautiful post made by Rohit on Instagram. Guys, definitely check it out in collaboration with IGS. So we have shared it there, made a great video. Definitely have a look, and I think in there also we have really good dialogues. But what about you? What are other scenes and moments from the show you guys really loved?
I really loved that moment in the last episode, where,
This is live, Srikesh.
Where you can hear noise.
No.
Hello?
Someone said, "Is this live?" I said, "Yes." Continue.
Yeah, it is live. Also, I remember this last episode where Magneto and Charles haven't yet revealed to each other that they're mutants. And Charles said, "What if there are mutants?" Then Magneto says, "You better run and hide before they make camps." I really loved that moment because even Bastion, right? Bastion's entire backstory, he just wanted to be a normal kid, and he was burdened down by the hate of what's it called?
His mother
And Master Mold, right? It's called Master Mold, right?
Yeah,
because he has those. It's so ingrained in him, that generational hate, right? From his mother, from being a cyborg, right? He's carrying his own mother, right, in his arms, and he's crying, right? And he's seeing his entire town frozen around him. That's the tragedy of a character like Bastion, And when he says, are you really trying to appeal to my humanity? Because I massacred so many of your friends, and you're still trying to save me. So hope is like the fact that somebody can change, or to have hope it borders on brave and stupid, There's a very thin line between bravery and stupidity. And it crosses the bar often, That's why we think Charles is a little stupid compared to Magneto, because he's more realistic. But to be hopeful against such odds, is also an act of courage in and of itself, because you're trying to break that chain of hate. You might be unsuccessful, but all we can do is try.
Here is my
And
favorite dialogue.
which one?
Trusted me
Sebastian?
with his dream, and it does not ask you to love or embrace my kind as your own, but merely to accept that this is a shared world
Wait
with
for
a
it.
common future, and that my kind, like yours, have the right to live in it. I am trying to be better.
This. Please.
Do not make me let you down.
Wow, man, what a line. Do not make me let you down. That's a mass moment, man. What about you guys?
Magneto knows at that moment he's kind of being stupid, because of he's going against all the personal experiences he has experienced, right? But he's also being brave. He's also trying to change. When he's trying to reconnect with Rogue, you see a man moving beyond hate and trying to find connection again, find love in a new promised land, and then everything gets taken away from him. Everything. He's the way he describes that. He describes Leech's death, right? I saw I saw his eyes being vaporized in his tiny skull. It's such a visceral description. Like it gets under your skin. Like for example, when Steve says, right, in Endgame or Infinity War, what have we done? It's that moment, what have we done?
She
Because
also says, no, what is that?
this the chick who says Magneto is right?
Chiku?
Oh,
The chick who? The girl.
The lady from the UN.
Yeah, blonde.
To Bastion, she says that
That is what he's talking about.
Magneto was right.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Which you included in your video also.
Yeah.
I told you my favorite line, which Rohit just reiterated. Seeing a kid whose eyes were vaporized in his skull because he believed in me. My favorite moment, I guess, was the Gambit moment. It was just
Dude, that
such a
whole
badass
episode
moment.
was the best episode on TV in the history of TV. Forget animation.
No,
I'm saying in TV
know,
history. That's one of the best
Gambit
ever
has
episodes.
not been given such a amazing, showcase in any movies or anything, because we just saw him in X-Men Origins Wolverine, I guess.
that movie was a waste of all the characters in it.
Even in this, I was not expecting him to shine like this. Because I thought, with so many characters, they can't give everybody a shining moment, but they gave everyone a shining moment. Like Rogue had a whole episode about her, going out and destroying General Ross's structure, which was built to endure Hulk. And then we had a Gambit episode. Obviously, I said Scott, Cyclops, he has his own shining moments in this show. And Nightcrawler, dude, I love Nightcrawler previously also, and he was amazing in this show. Again, but the Gambit moment was something else.
This show just showed me that none of the films have ever done justice to any X-Men character.
Not just characters, even the basic idea of X-Men is about discrimination and classism, casteism, and all those things. It has been rooted in there. Every story that has come out, it has been rooted in that. But they just, touched upon this in some of the films. Like there was, I think X2, where they went into the White House, or was it the first one? They went into the White House at the end of the movie.
Yeah, this second one.
Yeah, second one. So that was something that showed, this is the right direction to take the X-Men into. Hi, Varun, just Just a second. So, this is something that X-Men have to show, that they have the means to do it, but they, have that restraint on themselves also. But they have to fight this classism and all these prejudices and everything. And it was not explored that much in all the movies. It was just
I mean, the
missing.
closest we got to seeing a genocide was the opening of Days of Future Past. When we
Yeah.
see all the humans and the mutants grouped together, and
Fighting the Sentinels.
and the Sentinels wiping
Yeah.
the mutants out. I think that's the closest we have gotten to Genosha in live action. But still we didn't see the impact and the repercussions of such an event. I feel like getting a poster, where Magneto was right, that frame. I just feel like getting that because it is such a tragic thing to say, like, because this guy has been trying to rebuild his life from the get-go, especially since Charles left. He was reconnecting with the X-Men, like I said, and everything happens. His life gets stripped away from him. The promised land gets stripped away from him. We were also.
I was watching a video. About this, and they took the storyline where they were talking about the storyline where this scene happened where Charles Xavier attacks Magneto's mind and Onslaught is born. So that story started with this thing, like Magneto saying that I have been, playing to and fro with human presidents and prime ministers and leaders for very long. I have done my part of playing the villain. I can do a lot more damage than that, but I have been very patient and waiting for them to change their governments, and maybe someone will come along who will realize it. And then he goes to the fact that he launches that EMP attack on the whole world. So taking that moment in this show, in this context, was amazing. Where he was coming from. The statement that Magneto was right is not about what he will do or the EMP attack, was that right or not. It was just the fact that Magneto was right about humans, what they can do, what the worst impulses of humans can be. He was right about that. What he does after that is a question of debate, like was it too extreme, or did he have no other choice or anything like that. But that is something they have done, taking best moments from a lot of stories in different X-Men comics and making them their own, and in the most amazing way I have seen, where TV or animation adopts a storyline from the comics.
Nolan, it's okay. We'll come to the cameos.
Hi, Varun.
Don't get bored.
We were also talking about how it's such a relevant show, because everything, the genocide which is happening in certain parts of the world, I cannot say it right now, which parts, although I do want to. It's such a relevant thing to come out, That's why it's so hard-hitting as well.
Even Bastian said it right, like the people want to care, but then you can overload them with sympathy and then they'll just start ignoring it. He said something like
yeah, that line was amazing. Like when people are overwhelmed with this grief and tragedy, they just become numb to it. That line was amazing. And that is what is happening in real life also, what Rohit is talking about, or shying away from talking about, is like that is too much for us to handle.
I really want to say it out
I know.
YouTube will ban us now. YouTube will ban us.
Yeah, I know. So that is so true, that is too much to handle for people like us who are so busy in their lives that we have just become numb to everything that is happening around the world.
Varun,
One or two attacks we have always talked about, okay, people are dying and it's bad or anything, but now we are just numb to it because it is happening for such a long time on a daily basis to people.
I mean, people have taken comfort in the systems of oppression, even when it comes to capitalism, right? There's this joke: two guys sit in a bar. Okay, one guy says, I have worked 50 hours this week. The other guy says, I have worked 70 hours and I have ignored my wife and kids. and the bartender turns to the screen and says, look at these people competing against something, competing who wants to get oppressed more. It's so tragic. कि हाँ मेरी ज्यादा लगी है तुझसे. It's like even when people are trauma bonding, right, in a group, it becomes a competition, especially when it's a circle of artists or writers. They're like, I have gone through more problems than you, so I am superior than you. This is what happens.
That's corporate life, dude. Whenever we talk to other people in other companies, everybody wants to tell whose boss is worst, who gets the most work, and who spends the most time in the office. That is that trump card, and I don't know how that is a badge of honor to say that I worked 12 hours in a day and everything like that.
Nolan, want to
Like, a
add
lot
something?
My work-life balance is awesome.
Like I see a lot of people, like especially in X-Men'97, you would have seen this attitude. I don't remember specifics, where people are saying, "What can we do?" Like ये तो होता ही है. That's what we say. This has been going on for a long time. How do you break out of this? There's this concept in sociology called the panopticon, okay, where it's a prison, it's a round prison, and in the middle there is a watchtower, okay, and everybody thinks they're being surveilled. Okay, so two people break out of a prison cell and they go to see the watchtower. They check inside the watchtower and there is no guard inside. It's just a fear tactic that somebody is watching you. You cannot break out of this. It's mostly in your own head.
That's meant for Shutter Island. But anyways,
is.
can we have Varun to
Why
even...
is the I see the logic behind you using pictures, but why is that OBS logo on top? Like you can't remove that.
It went away and it came back.
I don't know what's happening. I'm
He's trying to be
using the...
anonymous.
Bro has been
Okay,
censored.
very unnecessary, but Varun, say something. Shelly says, Varun, hey dude.
Hi.
Finally say
Hello,
something.
Shelly.
People haven't heard your voice.
Oh, what was the last whatever question? you
So
were
the
talking
question
about?
was
Just
why X-Men'97 is the worst X-Men shit ever to come out, and why X-Men Origin is the best thing.
X-Men Origins, Wolverine.
Yeah.
Oh no, X-Men. But Dark Phoenix is the best X-Men film ever. So good that they even removed X-Men from the title. It was just Dark Phoenix.
Shelly says, I agree. The animated series had great character development for all the X-Men except Wolverine, but he has a movie coming out. But I feel Wolverine, anyways, in the movies have got so much thing that it's better they didn't
Yeah.
focus too much on him. But they
Exactly.
still gave him great, dude.
I like
Who's
Morph's
coming?
I
Apocalypse.
like
Remember that?
I like Morph's line. Morph's line is the best. Another post-apocalyptic future where Logan's the only survivor.
Dude, but Morph, man, what a character to bring out.
I mean, it's
Even,
Marvel's good to doing cameos,
Yeah, exactly.
No, that is smart, but even give him a like
That
an
is
emotional
how
arc.
you pull off. Yeah, that is how you pull off good cameos. That is the best.
Yeah, that was actually very smart. Like each time he did that thing, I was like, oh, see, each time like the Marvel people are like, oh yes, we can.
And
put
it's
this
it's
character
not
in
just
there.
other X-Men. It's
Even
other
the
Marvel
Avengers.
characters like Hulk,
Yeah.
Fantastic Four, Reed Richards, and other.
That was cool.
Sherry says Varun is
Yeah.
so shy. Adorably shy.
Go to his Instagram. You'll find out how shy he is.
Top Gun.
Sharmila. Sharmila.
Oh no.
Top Gun.
But Varun, I think we have talked about a lot, but still, your expectation for the show versus what happened. One line answer.
Yeah, I
One line answer. One line.
Okay,
But
one line.
His mind like Gambit was blown up.
and my all my expectations came out like how adamantium came out from Wolverine.
No, but really.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think I had thought of it as just being a Saturday morning cartoon, which it was originally. The original series was borderline like that. Like it was still good, but it also felt into that category. But like this has completely been overhauled for a more mature audience, and I'm here for it. I want to see more such products, not just like from season 2 of this show, but also from other animated shows, whatever Marvel does. Like if I don't know if that Spider-Man show is still coming out, but if whatever other animation projects that
Which
they are
Spider-Man?
planning to do, it has to be on this calendar.
Freshman year.
Or yeah, year
It is.
one, yeah, freshman year, yeah.
It is.
Year one
It
is
is.
Batman.
No, the creator said now we like people will be surprised they really like it that we are bringing back comics, literal comics like
And
the.
it's been 3 years since they announced it. I don't.
Dude, I'm
think-
animation,
I
Marvel
would
animation. I'm
rather
actually
see the
looking forward to.
1980s show.
No, after
Yeah, exactly.
after X-Men, everyone wants all the shows to come back. People are saying James Gunn, please bring back Justice League animated show and Batman animated show and all of that.
No, see that's the mistake they do every time. Like one thing succeeds, and then everyone tries to copy it. That's why James Gunn said he's not going to do it.
Yeah.
Like, see, the entire cameo thing was so successful in No Way Home that they decided to do it in every movie after that, and then it just became
Even non-superhero movies were doing that.
Yeah.
Like, for example,
I
अरे अपना वो है ना पठान सिनेमा.
Free guy.
yeah. Free Guy, yeah.
Arey, Chris Evans and
CNN
Ahmad Armas movie also.
Ready Player One was the
No,
best
also
cameo show.
No,
ever.
Ready Player One is before No Way Home. We're talking about after No Way
No,
Home.
yeah,
Everyone
this
tried
is
to do it.
OG best multiverse movies. Because
No,
all the characters are there, but still like
the thing about Ready Player One was it's a movie about cameos, like about Easter eggs. It's a movie about Easter egg. Like the final plot point only was about finding an Easter egg. So Ready Player One is a different league only entirely.
Okay, but coming back to X-Men, let's talk about the finale because both me and Varun were kind of, I think more of me, less of Varun. But I would say over the time since I've seen the episode, I've seen new rock stars and everything.
Dude, the ending, man, they split the story into 2 points where Scott and Jean have gone to reached Cable's origin story, and Professor X and all have reached Apocalypse's origin story. I'm like, what the hell is that?
Dude, no, it's visible on screen. Dude, what the hell?
oh shit, I did not know.
What, man? What are you doing? I have to end the stream now. No, but what were you talking about?
the what?
Finale. So, see, my point with the finale, what I understood later is that I think I am looking at it as a, very nearsightedness that, this season had to be great ending. But I realized that now they're establishing a next season where past, present, and future through all will explore the same themes.
The real
That
days of
how
future
it
past.
happened in the beginning with the first mutant ever, and how in the future how everything has become dead, and through all of that we'll explore the similar themes, and it's not over. Like when the 3 seasons end, it will be a whole big arc which will be more satisfying than the satisfaction I was looking forward in this episode. But one thing I still think, like
So with 3 seasons.
yeah, that's what's announced. So I don't know how many seasons, but I do believe that like a big plot point was Bastion. A big plot point was the humans still going, proving that they cannot be trusted. And I felt like we never discussed that. It's not like, oh shit, not again. Like when they turn and like of course as heroes their first instinct is not to get cynicism, and like they still did the same thing. Why do we care now? But this try to save everyone, and then Magneto got up. I don't know what he understood, but he saved everyone and then lost. And then 6 months later they are like, we never come to the point that what humans did, what is the repercussion of that. That is the main point for me in the narrative, but it's not touched upon. So that I felt was a little underwhelming. But maybe they still, I feel like next seasons will be more about exploring that instead of just, oh, we are done with it, let's move on to our next villain. because
I'm
even
kind of
Apocalypse
I'm kind
goes
of
to
scared.
Genosha, right? So I feel like it's not over.
Yeah.
Because I think Genosha is a great episode because it's not reversible. Then they make a point also in the show to tell us that it's a fixed point in time. Cable, how many times he tries, he cannot do it.
Yeah.
But what do you think? Who sent them back? Is it Apocalypse or is it Cable?
No,
I think it's Cable.
no, Cable only didn't know what happened, right? Cable himself didn't know what happened.
Oh yeah, he was there only in the present.
I think it's Apocalypse because he's also in the present. It's not
Yeah,
just
he
that
was
they have
there.
been displaced in time. He's also come back to the present, and
No,
he
but
has sent them to all the different times.
no, but does Apocalypse have time travel powers? I don't think he does.
Apocalypse has a lot of powers.
No, but does he have time travel powers?
We'll find out.
Dude,
in season two.
honestly, X-Men Apocalypse, I was actually very excited for that film. And being Oscar Isaac, the trailer teasers, I like the, Apocalypse is like a Thanos of, Howard's Avengers. Apocalypse
Yeah.
is that for
Yeah, yeah.
X-Men. And what
It
shitty
also
movie
might
that
be-
was, man. The
It
most
also might
horrible,
be Kang the
shitty stuff I've
Conqueror.
ever seen.
Kang. Yeah, maybe.
Because
yeah,
in the past where they have gone, it's the Ramatat version
Yeah.
of Kang, and they show his city also. And in the comics, like he actually grooms Apocalypse to be his successor, and then he leaves the past and comes to the present as Kang the Conqueror. In the comics, that is what has happened.
So maybe it was Kang.
yeah, that makes more sense.
I
Do you
don't
think
know if
it will be
I think
the-
so. What the showrunner
Jonathan Major.
what showrunner has said is that they were asked not to touch anything Marvel MCU.
Okay.
Well,
So
well,
different version of Kang.
is Kang still in the MCU?
That's
Yeah.
a separate thing to talk about.
So
Well,
so basically, I know
Kang is about time travel.
I have a feeling I know what the showrunners are trying to do. So they've left it open ended, and now depending on what happens to Kang in the MCU, season 2 will change.
But do you guys know, right? The showrunner has been fired before the season premiered.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's my biggest worry.
Why?
Yeah, that's why.
And we still
can't
don't
say
know
how
why.
it will be.
Yeah.
Hmm.
It's like it is. I don't know what it can be that if it's like a Me Too thing and all, it would have been out in public. Like they wouldn't hide it, as in, and because the creator is so publicly, on social media, before every episode he gives homework that watch this movie or watch this show. Like I think he said before finale, watch the Star Trek storyline where they are in a loop, Groundhog Day kind of loop.
Yeah, he was tweeting for every episode. I saw that.
And he answers like people said, is Wolverine, Storm, and what is the Morph? Are
Cable.
they in the future? And he replies, no prize, which is actually a kind of a thing which in the comics used to happen when people used to send their letters about what will the story go and all of that. And if they used to get it
Yeah.
right, they used to say no prize for guessing. So there's no prize.
Oh.
So all like every episode when it came out, he used to keep tweeting and sharing his what they did and all of that. So like if it's a Me Too thing, I don't think like it would have been.
It might
out.
just be creative differences or something like that.
But why would he
Yeah.
fire on creative differences? And because they've already said that he already started worked on season 2 when he was
Yeah,
fired.
I think he has already written season 2, but now he whatever rewrite or something, if that
Yeah.
happens, I don't think he will.
So it's
be
very
part of
weird.
that.
Like I don't know if it will ever come out. What has happened? I don't know. But but something New Rockstar said, that just like X-Men, a team works on a project like this. It's not just one man. So we have to have faith in them that they will work out and it will be great as the first season. But coming to the cameos, I was thinking, which I think I know the answer, but which one do you think should come? Which series they should bring back as animated again from the past?
Spider-Man.
You know what I told Varun? That maybe now the X-Men are gone, so now Avengers have to take care. So maybe now we'll get a Civil War storyline because Captain America was not happy with the president, and Iron Man will be the president, and now the X-Men are gone. There'll be more rules against the X-Men, the people with powers. So maybe we'll get a X-Men comic book storyline in the, with Spider-Man being there, and like a direct comic book film, not like how the films changed it.
There was a crossover episode in the old cartoons where Spider-Man went to the X-Men and they thought Spider-Man was a mutant.
Yeah.
It was in the Spider-Man movies or Spider-Man show where he starts growing extra limbs and everything. I remember that.
Yeah.
He actually is getting transformed into a real spider. So he goes to Professor X for help.
The Spider-Man cartoon did so many amazing storylines.
Yeah, they even did Spider-Verse with actual Madam Web,
actual Madam Web.
And that Spider-Verse connected into. It started off with Secret Wars, not Secret Wars. Yeah, Secret Wars.
Yeah,
and then,
Secret Wars.
And then branched off into Spider-Verse.
Do you remember the Secret Wars where Spider-Man is talking to a computer? Which X-Men and which other characters he wants to bring to this world.
Yeah.
Like he tells a computer that I want Wolverine, I want Iron Man, I want Fantastic Four, things like that.
Yeah, that show was good. I think that's the most likely because that was the other popular Marvel 90s show.
The Iron Man show was also good.
There was also Fantastic Four show, which I've never seen, but
all of basically everyone who had a cameo in an X-Men 97 had a show. There was a Hulk show, there was Iron Man, there was Spider-Man,
Avengers.
and there was no Avengers. There was Fantastic.
Oh.
No. There was Fantastic Four.
Oh.
Iron Man had a separate show and Hulk had a separate show.
I think
Iron Man
Avengers
show was amazing actually.
Something they brought with the films only. It was not a big thing, if I remember correctly.
Was never that popular. Yeah.
No, but
Avengers had their own animated show before the movies.
Yeah, but that was I think much later.
That was
that was in the 2000s.
Avengers.
Yeah.
But I like the fact that even in the show we are in that timeline. It's not that the show is now happening in 2024.
Like with the old drawing style and all. That's why
in the comics, at the point of where X-Men is right now, in the 1990s, Avengers had a whole different roster. Like there was Hercules in it, there was
Ant-Man.
someone from the Eternals, Cersei from the Eternals, and everybody. It was a whole different roster.
But I feel like they'll not make a show just on a single character. Are. Rohit, calm down.
What happened?
I don't know. You tell us.
It sounded like the mic fell down or something.
Oh, sorry.
I was saying I don't think they'll make a show just for one character. So I think it has to be the Avengers or like tie into the X-Men show and something like that. But I like that they did the cameos, but it never felt cheap and it never felt like they took over.
They could do Spider-Man because Spider-Man show with the Venom storyline in the 80s was amazing. Like that show was amazing on its own. Plus it used to cross over with different shows as well.
The Spider-Man show ended with MJ getting lost in multiverse and Spider-Man taking help of Madam Web, and that's how they ended. And here we saw MJ with him. So people are saying he found her in the multiverse, whatever that storyline was.
Bro just got a replacement.
Dude, there is a storyline like that also where MJ was replaced and like Peter was.
No, it is the whole story of that show that MJ, the MJ in that show during the whole time was a clone of MJ, and the real MJ was lost in the multiverse. And then he realizes it in the last season, and at the end he asks Madam Web for help to find the real MJ because the clone dies.
Coming to
basically wants a replacement, as Rohit said.
Replace a girlfriend moment.
Yeah.
Coming to your favorite character combos in the show. Not one character.
I think from the first episode, that Wolverine and Gambit combo move.
Oh yeah.
No. That's not what I'm asking.
Combo is that only.
I'm not talking about action combos. I'm talking about two characters, two two characters who's you liked a lot. Their pairing you liked a lot.
Even the character dynamics of this what's his name यार मैं क्यों भूल जा रहा हूँ? Why am I thinking chameleon?
Morph.
Why am I thinking
Morph.
Morph? Yeah.
Morph and
Think
Logan,
chameleon. I'm like Morph
He
and
looks
Logan.
like
I love-
Chameleon, right? Yeah, the Spider-Man villain.
Yeah, but I loved the dynamics between them. Absolutely loved it. Even the dynamics between Jean and Logan. It was so will them own them, right? Like out of a very toxic rom-com. You know, it's always been like that.
Yeah, I
But-
think a lot of people said in the show it was really bad, like soap opera kind of a thing. But I think the way they pulled it off in this show, like even Madeline and it was so. What do you guys think? Who's right? Who's wrong?
That was actually my least favorite storyline, like out of all the.
No, I found it very like wow. That's really interesting topic. Like you love.
I would have liked. It
You
did
love
not
her.
get enough time for me.
Yeah, of course, but that is the whole show, right? That's the power of animation that you can rush through the storyline and it doesn't feel rushed. Like, just imagine the storylines we got this whole season. The storyline is worth 3 or 4 movies, right? You cannot have it in live action, so that's the magic of animation, no? But that storyline, you know, Madeline, like you love her, but you find out you had a baby with a clone, but for you they are the same, right? Like how did you even
don't start that argument again. We already had this argument.
No, but what do you
Which
guys
one?
think? Who's right, who's wrong? But it's interesting that, you know, in his mind he's cheating on her, but even she kissed Logan, so it's like kind of balanced out.
Because they were both they turned into the same sort of person, right? So
Rohit replacement policy comes up again here. That Cyclops is like that meme, you remember, कि लड़की होनी चाहिए and जिंदा होनी चाहिए.
मेरा with Cyclops is I
thank
always
God
keep
YouTube
wondering,
doesn't understand Hindi.
like, are you in love with the person you fall in love with, or are you in love with the person you spend time with? You know, like I was like, are you actually in love with Madeline, or are you actually in love with Jean?
But they are the same person for him, right?
Yeah.
They are not two distinct people to him. They are the same. Even they don't know between them who's who. Like, it's about memories, right? Like, how do you say, like, you have a memory of
It is
doing
until-
something.
It
but
is only until that is the fact that it is not revealed. After the fact that it's revealed, they're two distinct people, and he fell in love with Jean, who was later kidnapped and replaced, and then he spent his time with Madeline, thinking that it's Jean. But when he finds out, and there are now two people to choose from, who does he choose? That is the question about it.
This is my do or do pyar.
oh man, that
This
jealous
is Marvel's version of Kiss Kiss Ko Pyar Karu.
But I loved Cyclops, man, throughout the show. He's a beast, man. Like, not literally, like beast is another character, but he's so awesome, dude. I in the movies I saw him, I always knew this character from the show, and sometimes I would have seen it. You know, his laser eyes and everything, and I'm like, so cool. But he never got his due, man. And I love the way they made him like such a badass with his powers, like a team leader. Like, the movies didn't do
The
anything.
way he was sliding using his X-ray during his laser beams in the first episode.
Yeah.
He was fighting and sliding and gliding using the beams.
The character
You know,
duo I
someone-
was not a big fan of was Jubilee and Roboto, whatever that guy was. That was the least.
Sunstorm.
And even
Sunstorm.
Ororo and Storm and that guy
Forge.
when she loses her power. That storyline was not great for me. I felt repetitive.
Bro
Yeah,
hates
that's
romance.
also not my favorite.
Bro hates romance.
Because he can't have it.
Bro wants more toxicity. Some more love triangles.
Also, I felt in the finale when they all like stop and like will talk to the villain, and I was like, I told Varun, dude, they are doing the Flash.
That's because Flash has ruined it. But in this show, I did not find it that bad. Like
It is not
Flash is
corny.
over
It
there
was
with
not
that
that campy like Flash.
stuff.
But
It
I
was
love his
there was
dialogue there, that she says that they want to have babies like us, and he says no. They rather destroy themselves than have babies like you. When
Bro is
the
comparing. Bro is comparing pepperoni pizza to pineapple pizza. What else?
I have pepperoni pizza with pineapple on it.
You are the incorrigible. You are beyond saving.
Okay, let's talk about the future of this show.
Pizza.
What do you guys think of season 2?
जब आएगा बताऊंगा.
Yeah.
And okay, let me
See,
change it.
they have set up. They have,
like the characters in season 2, we have
They
not
have
been
set-
sent to the
yeah.
future yet.
no, they have set up a lot of storylines. Like I think Onslaught is coming, and he should come by the mid of the next. It starts even in comic. It starts with a few cameos of Onslaught here and there before he actually comes into the main story. So maybe we'll see a version of that going around, and obviously Apocalypse and some Apocalypse War or Days of Future or something like that will happen here also.
Hmm.
Let me change the question. How do you think uh, this will change Marvel, or how Marvel should change, looking at X-Men and the success of it? At least critical success.
I just want to reiterate Nolan here. Just because this was a success, you should not change your whole formula to this one thing. This should be a separate thing. This
No.
should-
I'm
and
not.
What Marvel?
I'm not saying make
what
everything
Marvel
like
has been
X-Men.
doing-
I'm saying what is that this show did so well that it's so done like you love it.
It did its own thing. It did not have a lot to carry on. It did not have something to prove. Like Marvel is doing now with the Daredevil show, what they're trying to do. They first tried to reboot it. That will make a new rebooted version of Daredevil, and then now they're saying no, we'll try to continue where the Netflix show left off. And I think that's the idea to not disregards the legacy of the characters that have been coming out. And just because you have new characters to put out, it should not be that you disrespect the older ones. Like it started very subtly in the Loki show where they disregarded that Infinity Stones do not work here. It was a subtle moment where they started doing this, that whatever you have seen before this doesn't matter. And that should not be the case with Marvel, I think. They should respect what they have done, with keeping in mind that they can do something interesting with the new characters also. And X-Men should be its own thing. It was its own thing. And they should have more projects like this, obviously. Even in the live action, they can have projects which are their own thing. Like the Loki season 2 was its own thing. Until now, at least, it's its own thing and it does not correlate to anything else. And that is why, we don't have to do a lot of homework. So I think that is the way Marvel should go, that there are some correlated storylines. There are some movies which are related to each other and have phases and have to follow a given timeline. But there should be projects like this which have, freshness in themselves, and we can watch and go and watch. Everybody can go and watch and enjoy that.
Before it was in phase 1, right? Nick Fury used to appear at the end of the movies and be like, I want to introduce you to the Avengers Initiative. It should be something like that. The end of films, post credits should connect to latter projects and the wider scope of things.
They already started doing that, man, with Kamala Khan and Wong.
I mean,
that is happening with Miss Marvel though. Sorry, the Marvels.
I haven't seen Marvels.
Yeah, at the end, in the post-credit scene, she goes to Kate Bishop's apartment and tells her, like, I want to start a team.
Basically what Nick Fury did. But what I was going to say, Sean Levy, the director of Deadpool and Wolverine, said that, I don't like the concept that, you have to do homework before watching a film. So the way he has made that film is that just come and enjoy these characters. You don't need to watch anything,
But you need to know something
It's like a
about Deadpool and
standalone.
Wolverine.
See, he's claiming that it's just a standalone film, just come and enjoy. It's definitely
I
part
think they're
of
lying.
the bigger universe, but I just want you to have fun and enjoy these characters, what we have got in our hands.
I think they're lying, I think they're lying through their teeth because all we have seen in the promos, like the movie is just 2 months away, and pre-booking of tickets have already started
It's 2
from
hours,
today.
12
Yeah,
minutes
I
long.
booked my ticket today morning for 2 months later. Like that's the situation here.
I mean,
It's actually
of course, there is something big in this movie because we haven't seen a lot. Maybe more than No Way Home, more than anything, we have seen yet. But if they tell a good story with that, like for example, I find No Way Home to be a good Spider-Man story as well.
it is.
If they can do something like that, if they can balance it out, that's all I hope for. There has to be a balance. That's the thing Marvel used to be good at, and now they're forgetting those roots.
See, I'll say one
I'll
thing.
just
X-Men, what I saw is that how character oriented and thematic oriented it was. The characters stand for something and things are going against it, how they will react. It's so simple. That's what's missing. The later films, there is no character only. What is Captain Marvel's character? What does she stand for? Actually, I feel there's a potential for that movie, but they don't even go there. They just make some random shit and they put it out. So I think that's the
That
problem
film
that
was AI generated. Literally looks like that.
dude, AI would have done a better job. Sahil Bunik says, "What do you all think about Omega level mutants?" But name me Omega level mutants. Magneto, Charles,
Magneto.
Charles,
Storm,
Storm,
Jean Grey.
yeah, Jean Grey when she's in Phoenix form.
Hmm.
Who else is there?
Jubilee.
Not Jubilee. Roberto is Omega level. He's Sunspot.
Dude, that dialogue of Bastion. How will you defeat me? By 4th of July? Something like that he says, no? What's your power?
Jubilee's powers don't make sense, man. Suddenly she starts using them to fire light at people and they get injured by it.
Dude, I'll burst crackers on your face. You'll also get injured.
No, but her powers are pure light. It has nothing to do with the impact. So how does it hurt
Yeah,
people?
there's no heat in them, I think.
It's just light.
But yeah, Omega level villains. But that's the storyline, right? That Apocalypse has 4 horsemen and they are Omega level, so it's Magneto.
Yeah.
Now
It
I think
makes them
people are
of
saying
Omega
Gambit.
level.
That means Angel was Omega level. What?
No. Apocalypse
According
made
to
him.
the-
Apocalypse made him Omega level. Like he
Psylocke with her sword.
he gives their power.
Psylocke with her sword was a Omega level mutant.
Dude, she was hot. That was the Omega level.
That's the only time they did comic accurate costume in that whole series.
I love the dialogue, dude. What? We are going on a circus? He's like, what did you expect? Black leather? I love it. Direct reference.
Dude, that was a callback
Yes,
to in
that's
the
what I'm saying.
first. I sent the YouTube reel, right? In the first X-Men movie, he's like, "What did you expect? Yellow
Yellow
spandex."
Nice.
Do you think
That was
Deadpool Wolverine will wear the helmet?
Yeah.
Like, why wouldn't? Like, you will get him back, make him wear the costume. You wouldn't make a
Exactly.
helmet? Come on.
I mean the Hot Toys figurine which has come out, he has the helmet on. So of course he'll be wearing the helmet.
They are saying some scenes which we saw in the trailer, they have edited it that his helmet will be on top. But they have made
Yeah,
like,
anyways, these days most helmets are CGI only, like they just add it. So it's possible that half of those scenes he'll actually just have a helmet or the mask.
but dude, you already booked the tickets.
Life
Will
is
you be
They
there?
get sold out. Like first weekend tickets get sold out if you don't do it on the day it releases, and then you can get after that. But like this is like one of those things that I want to see on first weekend. So.
life
But coming to the
is
last question of the day, do you guys think this is the best thing Marvel Studios have put out?
one of the best, definitely.
One of
I will
them,
not
yeah.
I will not discredit Marvel's entire legacy by saying, "Nahi, this is the best." How dare you say something like that?
You know,
Forget
remember
about the
remember the
rest.
tier list we made?
Hmm.
This goes to the S
Yeah,
tier with Endgame, Infinity
Yeah,
War, and
there's,
Civil
I
War.
think
yeah.
it's this.
Easy S tier.
Anyone else
In
would
the in the
disagree?
recent years, obviously this is the best thing that they've put out.
No, that is too easy, na. That is too easy to say.
Last 2 years.
The benchmark is too low for that.
You know, this is the same reason why I loved Black Panther Wakanda Forever as well. Because I love it when films get political. I love it when shows get political. I love it when it relates to the real world, you know, and comments on human nature itself. I feel right now Marvel has been lacking in that. Like for example, Tony Stark was about anti-war, you know. Captain America was about breaking conventional patriotism, you know. Hulk
And
was
also that
about
like spying on citizens and all that.
yeah, it was so relevant.
Do you think
you know?
Captain America 4 will be something similar?
Yeah, sure.
They are saying it will be, but I don't know. I don't trust them now. We'll just have to wait.
Yeah.
Bet it will be.
What
but
do you
we
guys
don't know.
think about Superman costume reveal?
I love it.
There's so much hate already, you know, compared to how Snyder used to put out, and I think Harneet in that.
I don't like it. I
say,
don't like
yes,
it
fight,
at all.
fight.
You know, I revere Snyder for what he has done, but some of the comments he has made recently, and then I hate Snyder fans who dick ride. You know, I can't stand the constant glazing. You know, I'm
See, I
like,
was never a
at
fan
one-
of Snyderverse, or I was never a Snyder fan. And
me
I'm not
offended.
saying that his costume is better or not. I'm just saying that James Gunn's costume is like not at all worthy of a Superman movie. Like he's going in an opposite direction. That just because you want to do something different with a character does not mean that you have to, go away from the roots of that character. Like, okay, you want a alien
What-
from Earth.
What?
From a
How did
image,
he
you
go
are
away from
stating
the
that
roots?
he's going away
How
from
is
the
it?
roots.
No. How is the suit away from the roots?
It's not at all the suit that has ever been worn. It's like a cloth. It's like a cosplay suit.
Yeah,
As I said,
maybe-
it looks like a CW suit.
But
maybe it's made to give
Superman's-
comfort to the actor.
Superman-
You know, it's like standing together.
Yeah.
Superman is an alien. His suit was an alien suit in the comics. Obviously, he has some homemade suits also. Yeah.
Yeah, this is the first suit. This is the suit made by Mark Kent.
And see, I know what you are saying, but we have only seen this suit. We have not seen anything else. It's not that we have seen something else also.
Yeah, then
If it comes to it,
then we shouldn't be rushing off to witch hunts, right? That's what X-Men 97.
no,
teaches us.
I'm just saying I didn't like the suit. That's all.
Wait, compare it to the Superman Returns suit, man. That one was all that one was a swimsuit. That was a swimsuit.
Now you're gonna say
you said worst suit ever worn.
I didn't say worst suit ever. I just said that I don't like the suit.
That suit was so bad.
Now
that
you're gonna say, we compare the Pattinson suit to Adam West Batman suit.
Yeah, that
Adam
suit was
was-
so bad that suddenly everyone started hating the red, trunks, and that's why they removed it in the next time Superman.
I'm like, भाई तुम चड्डी नहीं पहनते हो क्या? मतलब इतना मतलब you.
बाहर नहीं पहनते हैं हम.
Dude, I feel
Yeah.
that image is just to give you, what do you call it, concept picture,
Vibe.
to give you a vibe and what they're going for. I don't think that whatever that pink thing is behind it's not even part of the film. It's just a shot. They just they do the
Whenever a new actor or a new character comes out, and people do this hashtag, no, not my Batman, not my Superman. So that is what people do, and I think this time, if this is the final suit or if this is the only suit in the movie, I'm gonna follow that hashtag, not my Superman.
No, I still don't like the Batfleck suit. It still makes him look fat.
Which
I don't
one?
like
The
that
grey
suit
one
at
or
all.
the?
first
Which
one,
suit?
the first the one which the image came out of him standing next to the
Yeah, he's
Batmobile,
got
the the Batman
Sad-
versus Superman suit. That suit was horrible. I never changed my mind about that.
Agreed.
I
to
don't know.
this.
That reminded me about the Dark Knight comic, the Dark Knight Returns, that comic.
But in the Dark Knight
That-
Returns, he was 60 years old, dude.
No, I'm not saying that he's 60 or not. I'm just saying he's also an older Batman in the movies, you know.
Yeah, but that's,
Dude, Ben
that makes
Affleck is
sense.
gonna play Doctor Doom. They're in
What?
talks
Who's
for
Who's gonna play Doctor Doom?
Ben Affleck. They're in talks with
What?
him. There was three actors.
What?
Ben Affleck.
Until
No, there were
until
three
it is
actors. But dude, I'm surprised that
No,
from
man,
Superman
they-
movie, nothing is getting leaked. Like that is great for WB for starting. That nothing is getting, leaked and all.
That's great for my profits.
Is it going up?
No, man, I'm still $100 in the red.
By the way, I'm just so Ryan Gosling has been cast in the MCU according to My Time to Shine.
Yes.
So, do you think he's cast as Ghost Rider?
He said he wants to play Ghost Rider. I don't think he's been casted. And
I still think
But
it
that's
should be
Marvel.
Keanu
That's how
Reeves.
they work. They see an actor getting popular, and they see that actor saying something that I want to do this role, and if they don't have that character, they just bring them in. So
I mean, I want Ryan Gosling to go like I drive, and then he just don't.
flame on.
no man, he'll just show up in another film as Ghost Rider and he'll die in 2 seconds and yay, fan service.
You know, I like the Robbie Reyes version in the Agents of the Shield show.
Yeah.
But he was the
I
son,
like that
right? He
version
played the
also.
son.
What?
No,
What
it's
son?
like a successor of.
He was
He
not
was
the
a
main
different-
ghost. He was not the
Johnny
main
Blaze.
ghost of this, right?
Yeah, he's a second
Yeah,
Ghost Rider. He's not
they
the
actually
son.
showed
Yeah.
the-
They're not
Yeah, they showed
related.
Johnny Blaze. the
Yeah,
original
yeah, yeah.
Ghost Rider,
Yeah,
but they
yeah.
don't
He's
show
not
the
like a
face,
son
they
or
show the
anything.
bike, so, yeah.
Yeah.
I
I
thought
will
it's a
always
son.
love.
No.
I will always love Johnny Blaze here.
Yeah.
matlab, that is iconic. Nick Cage Ghost Rider is iconic. You may call it
Yeah.
campy, you may call it whatever you
You know,
want.
I loved that movie. I loved
Yeah.
that movie.
But I will never forget that scene where Eva Mendes' character looks behind and she sees that entire bike going up the building. Like that was
Oh,
peak.
yeah.
That was peak for me. Still
That
is.
is-
The second
Yeah.
movie ruined it.
Yes, there's a scene where he's peeing. and
I have
it's
not
like
seen both,
flames.
actually.
Flamethrower. The second movie
First
ruined it.
first one was very nice. Like at the time when it came out, we used to be very young, and that movie was amazing.
The second movie, they tried to make it more realistic for some reason, and it was just boring.
The first
I think
movie,
even his skull was like very like burnt looking.
Yeah, with
and-
suit and
yeah.
suit and all.
And they shot it during the day also. A lot of scenes were during the day,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
you know, the contrast was not very nice with the flame
Yeah.
during the day.
That's what.
the first movie, I also remember it being a little scary, especially with Mephisto and the villain also. He had like big
Mephisto?
No, it
Mephisto?
wasn't Mephisto. It was Mephistopheles.
Are they casted Baron Zaman, whatever his name is.
Zemo.
No, dude.
Baron Zemo.
Are the guy from Dictator? Not Dictator.
Sacha Baron Cohen.
Haan, he's
What?
cast-
Sacha
Casted
Baron
as-
Cohen.
Yeah, he's casted
What-
as.
what-
Leader. The leader, I think so, right?
No.
No,
Just
no,
now you're
Mephisto.
talking Mephisto. For Agatha.
Ironheart.
Agatha.
Ironheart.
No, for Agatha.
I don't trust.
No, New Rock Society.
I don't know if he's in Agatha, but he was casted for Ironheart
He might be able
when
to pull
it when it was coming. When it was coming.
What the hell would Mephisto do in Ironheart?
Yeah.
Agatha,
No,
dude.
so
I'm telling
the-
you, it's Agatha.
No, the story was the idea was at that time that they wanted to do something about magic versus technology in Ironheart, and that's why they were bringing Sacha Baron Cohen as Mephisto in Ironheart.
That is not even magic versus technology anymore, man. That's like God versus man.
Woman.
Human. Just say human.
Homo sapiens.
I'll send you the article. Wait, I'll send you the article. It's an older article.
What do you
Now
think
they
about-
have shelved Ironheart?
Agatha. So they purposely changed the names over the production time. So, and which is
Hey, that's
actually
such a lazy thing. They are like, oh, it was Agatha all along.
No,
They
no, no,
just did
no.
not decide a
Each
final name.
episode is gonna be based on a TV show, like Mayor of Easttown, so Agatha of Westview. So
Rohit,
Yeah.
Rohit, is this
Yeah.
Rohit? Is this Henry Cavill in the image that you sent as Magneto?
Yeah.
No. That's Fassbender.
What?
Oh.
Yeah.
No, this is Henry Cavill in the image
It's
that you
Henry
sent.
Cavill, man.
That's
dude, it's even I thought it's Henry Cavill.
It is Henry
Oh,
Cavill.
yeah,
It's-
That's Henry
his-
Cavill, dude.
That's his
No,
Witcher
that's
look.
Fass-
That's
No,
his
that's
Witcher look.
Fassbender.
Dude, it's
That's
Henry Cavill,
Fassbender.
dude. That's his look from.
Witcher. Dude,
Arey,
he's
this
simply,
is
he's simply saying.
see his
He's
face.
simply saying.
Oh, okay.
I think that's
It's-
Fassbender, yeah.
No, look at his face. Zoom in to his face.
Arey, Rohit is simply saying it, man.
Simply kya?
He's
No,
simply
dude.
saying it. He knows it's Henry Cavill. He's
No,
just
it's
messing with
Fassbender.
us.
ठीक से देखो ना. Like
Arey,
look at his
look
eyes.
at its face.
It looks like Witcher.
It is the Witcher.
Yeah.
It's
This
taken
is the
from
Witcher look.
Arey, what happened
is
to
from
Witcher? It's happening. They closed it. What?
They recast, na? That.
Yeah, who's gonna watch it now? I didn't even watch the last season.
Chris
Yeah, so
Hemsworth
the
will
next
watch it.
season is going to be the recast. 3 was last for Henry Cavill, and then I think 4 is
Oh man.
Yeah.
whatever.
They are just doing one last season with Liam Hemsworth and then they'll end it.
Mhm.
Now he's doing this now, Warhammer something. Henry Cavill
Yeah,
producing
Warhammer.
himself.
Oh, is that real?
Yeah, he's producing himself, no? He loves that, so he's making his own stuff. He's the executive producer on that.
I need to watch that new movie, Ministry of Ungentlemanly Warfare. I just got it.
Got it on DVD. Thank you.
Blu-ray.
Arey, also this. Arey, yaar. It was a recent film that came out.
Furiosa. No, that's coming out.
No,
Which one?
And
We're
that's gonna be
talking about-
first day first show. IMAX.
Yeah, Furiosa, I'm excited.
Which one, Ray?
Good
Henry
reviews is
Cavill.
getting.
Argyle.
No. Arey, what were you talking about just now before Henry Cavill? Witcher, right? Witcher.
Yeah,
and
Witcher.
Warhammer.
Magneto,
Ah,
Ghost
yeah.
Rider.
No.
He's finding his train of thought.
Yeah.
Oh, are you talking about Fall Guy? That was getting good reviews. right?
No, Fallout.
Oh, I watched it.
Fallout.
Follow.
Everyone's watching and like,
Fallout.
dude, the poster of Fallout looks so horrible. The shittiest stuff I've ever, the shittiest poster of any show. I don't watch the end the show. Looking at that poster, dude, it looks so bad.
The show is awesome though.
The show is good. You should watch it.
I saw that Gen V. I saw for the boys is now.
Oh.
An Omega level mutant is one with the most powerful genetic potential of their mutant abilities. Okay, thank you, Sahil.
So in comics, Gambit is also a Omega level mutant, but he asks Mr. Sinister to suppress his powers because his powers are uncontrollable. He even can't control them. So that is why he can only now turn inorganic material using the kinetic energy. Otherwise, whatever he was touching, he was converting into weapons and explosives. During the
I
comic
thought his
run.
power says he throws cards.
That's because
No,
he
he-
turns the cards into bombs and then throws them.
So he turns the kinetic energy of any inanimate object and turns them into bombs or projectiles.
Okay.
He's like Michael Bay. Makes everything explode.
Arey, anyone saw that Zack Snyder movie on Netflix? The second part is also out.
No.
I have not even seen the first part.
And I know that there is a 4-hour long, director's cut coming, so I'll just watch that when
Why?
it comes out. I mean, if it's good, not just like that only. If it's good, then I'll watch. Yeah.
I think the
Zack
first one
Snyder
was best. The second one, like, what's the point of all this?
No, Zack Snyder should have his own streaming service now, I guess.
Vimo, no, he's on Vimo. That
Vimeo?
Vimo.
Yeah.
Netflix
No.
is-
Vimo something.
I Vemo. Shit, I have an account in that app and I've forgotten the name. Vero,
Oh,
Vero,
yeah,
V-E-R-O. V-E-R-O.
Vero, yeah, something.
यार I heard Vero and मुझे हनी सिंह का वो गाना याद आया, सुन लो मेरे
हीरो
वीरो.
आज मेरी कहानी मैं तो आना राजा नशे विच मेरी
Speaking
रानी
of-
रानी पानी सी नहीं पौंदी सी तो ड्रिंक सी बनानी
Smash.
Speaking of Zack Snyder,
Lucky put you there and then it I don't know why I know the
I
song.
guess.
speaking of Zack Snyder, have you all watched the second part of Rebel Moon?
Arey, we didn't watch
That
first
is
only.
That is what Nona was talking about.
I just said we didn't watch even first.
अरे
भाई तू क्या एस्ट्रोनॉट से आ रहा है मतलब.
No, he was talking to Alfred in the middle, so he missed that part.
Oh.
Yesterday
Arey.
he didn't go to Lost Ray. He didn't get lost. He was actually gone to do his Batman stuff.
Arey, dude, you don't know the worst what happened, man. Good thing I took someone with me. I would have been terrified, man. Google Maps took me into the jungle, man. And suddenly I reached this one crossroad in the middle of the jungle. There's like a temple behind some trees and one street light, and Maps is like, you have reached your destination. I'm like, what?
Final destination.
It was so scary, man.
Oh my god. Okay, guys. Anything else? Let's wrap it up. I was also thinking if any X-Men you would like to see, but let it be now.
यार मैग्नेटो कितना हॉट था ना.
Okay, X-Men.
Yeah, man.
I've been thinking that from the start. Where is Mystique?
Dude, it's Cooper,
Oh,
dude. The
yeah.
Cooper UN lady is Mystic, I'm telling you.
Arey.
That's what New Rockstar says,
Maybe.
so.
She might be Mephisto also, according to them, but let's not get into
Dude,
that.
if Mephisto really
she's
comes,
Kevin
right, in the
Feige. She's
MCU,
Kevin
that guy will
Feige,
lose his
bro.
mind.
Which guy?
Eric was. But I really like him.
Arey,
He's
no,
really
screw
cool.
Mephisto, man. We need Null.
And then I'm ending the stream now. This null
Bro,
theory.
she's Kevin Feige.
It's been 4 years, dude. Move on.
Bro, she's Kevin Feige, bro. वो टोपी पहनेगी Kevin Feige बन जाएगी.
Chalo, guys.
Right? They are ending the Sony Spider-Man multiverse. There will be no Venom movie after Venom 3. And this is the last movie, Kraven the Hunter.
What about
And they have
Morbius
cancelled
2? I've been waiting for that.
They have
movie.
cancelled all spin-off. They have cancelled off all spin-off shows and movies.
Craven.
Craven is
the
coming
Hunter.
out.
Well, that's made.
Craven is coming out, and Venom 3 is coming out.
I'm gonna watch
The Silk Show, the Silk Show that they have cancelled.
Arey,
other
what about
movies
that?
and cast, everything there.
In one comic some ages ago, a character came up, a mask guy,
Oh,
a Spider-Man villain, and they said they'll make a movie.
El Muerto.
Yeah, that was cancelled. So what they did was they had a contract with this guy. So, but they didn't make the movie. So they shot he is a musician, right? So they allowed him to take Spider-Man in his music video. So Spider-Man came in his music video as a part of that contract.
oh.
Dude, who's running the studio, man? Who are these people, man? Like, really, like, what is wrong with them?
They were going with this Donald Glover as some other villain who plays a guitar. His weapon is a guitar, and Donald Glover was going to play that villain in the movie. It was his movie, like it was the origin story of that villain who plays a guitar to fight
Yeah, it's
Spider-Man.
better if they just burn money in in a fire than making these projects.
Arey, literally, man, that meme is true. Where Sony says, I only have Spider-Man.
Dude, look at the contrast. There's Amazing Spider-Man. Sorry, Spider-Verse. And then all this bullshit. Anyone saw Madam Web?
No.
This
Right.
guy.
Oh yeah.
That's why Null is
Nolan
not
has
showing up,
admitted
dude.
it.
Because of your
I
stupidity.
just saw a compilation of that villains, dialogues. I think they dubbed it
Yeah.
something. So all of it was like so that there was no proper lip sync. I just saw that.
Yeah,
So
man,
now actually the idea is like they'll focus on obviously the last Across the Spider-Verse movie, and then they are going with live action Miles Morales, and they'll do live action Spider-Verse. That is their idea, and they are not going with any other spin-off character or anything.
and by
like
the
that.
way, Phil Lord and Chris Miller are heading that. So
Oh,
the directors of Spider-Verse are heading that. Are heading the Sony universe. So I'm like, finally, Sony is back in their senses.
Dude,
They're out of that.
I was actually thinking, that it's actually what do you call it? Rebirth of animation. With Spider-Verse, with Arcane, with every year we are getting something animated which is outstanding.
Man,
We are getting
I,
Arcane season 2 this year.
I didn't watch season 1 only.
Dude, season 1 is
got
outstanding,
bored.
dude. Season 1 is amazing.
yeah, I want to watch that.
You both should do a reaction series on Arcane.
I'll also-
Even I haven't watched it.
हाँ
You
पर
work.
तू कैमरा ऑन ही नहीं करता है
मैं अब तो बिल्कुल नहीं कर सकता हूँ.
I watched it for the second time recently.
Dude, Arcane is hideous. Sorry, not hideous. I'm sorry. That's
Amazing.
क्या बोल रहा है तू ना?
no he is talking about Harneet with the camera on
Why? What happened to Harneet?
I don't know
अरे नहीं यार.
That makes it more funny.
Shifted cities.
Oh, okay.
He's in a dry state now, so he's
Yeah.
suffering.
Oh, you are okay. You are in Gujarat.
As in, like I was enjoying a lot. I was in Mumbai.
अरे
Anyways,
मुंबई में तो
let's
नीचे आ
not go
जाता ना
there.
किसी चीज के.
Let's
Varun.
not go there.
All
Yeah.
good in Mumbai, your family?
Yeah.
Thank God.
what happened
So before the monsoon, I wanted to leave.
Like,
Dude,
Varun,
even the
off Bombay?
petrol pump on which the illegal boat fell is illegal. Can you not even make this shit up? That an illegal hoarding boat fell, it killed 15 people, 60 people are injured, and even the petrol pump on which it fell was illegal.
wait how did it fall
Due to rain.
there was a dust storm, and it was like made illegally, so it wasn't
Bhai,
really like that
corruption, bhai. Corruption.
So what happened
It's
is
in a dust storm.
Mumbai sent its monsoon to Saudi, and in return Saudi sent its dust storm to Mumbai.
Okay, I think now we should end. We'll get cancelled.
Hey, wait, Rohit, you were saying something now? Something.
Illegal musical chairs. It's like whatever it touches, it becomes illegal. It's like the King Midas of illegal.
The biggest blunder that happened was like I was in Andheri East, right? And there was this bridge that they constructed to connect Andheri East to Andheri West.
Oh, yeah.
I know this. I know this.
What they did was
What are
They
they
start-
doing?
some people started from Andheri West, others started from Andheri East. The plan was to meet in the middle. And after construction got completed, they realized the bridges don't meet. One goes to the left, one goes to the right.
3 foot difference between the two, right? Or something?
No, it's not the height distance. It's not a height distance.
No, even
It's
the
like
height.
they're not connecting.
Even the height of the
It's like
pictures.
they're not connecting. Ari, we went on that bridge. We went on that bridge. So some part connects. So like 4-lane, only one vehicle can pass in one time. So we went on that bridge. Dude, that is the most hilarious shit that you will ever see.
Yeah, that happens only in Mumbai.
Nolan, you know, right? They are starting work in Goa also.
what
God
The
save
Porvorim
Goa.
highway. They're
They're doing
building the
from
flyover.
two different sides
I don't know that, but they are building the flyover now. So next 4 years gone. They have given like
Even the metro, dude. Even the metro.
Are, you don't know. Goa government is next level, man. So they've started digging up the highway to make the flyover, and on the interior roads which you take to avoid the part that they've dug for the flyover, they are digging to put Ethernet cables. So there's no way to go to engine.
Alright, dude, I'll send you guys. I send it to Rohit. I think I sent it to Varun also. That reel is hilarious, dude. Wait.
Viksit
all
Goa.
the digging.
You know, I came from living in Delhi for 3 years, and you know how good the Delhi metro connectivity is, right?
Yeah.
So I came to Mumbai and I tried to go from there are 2 metro rails in Mumbai, and one metro rail is run by the Metro Corporation and one is run by the Reliance Industries. So for both of them, you need different passes, different type of tickets. So you have to change at the juncture, like the Western Express Highway Metro, where both of the metros meet. You have to get off from one metro, throw the ticket, get another ticket for the other line. Like there is no actual connectivity between the 2 metros.
Okay,
Yeah.
guys, listen to this. Listen to this. Dude, it's hilarious, dude. Oh my god. I've seen it so many times.
रोना रो मत, सब ठीक हो जाएगा.
Arey, yeah, dude, I am losing my shit over this.
शहर मिले इसकी माँ का रोज खोदूं, खुदाई खत्म ही नहीं हो रही. कभी इधर खोद रहे, कभी उधर खोद रहे, कभी खुद खोद रहे, कभी चाचा फूफा के बच्चों को खुदाई पे लगा रहे, घर वालों में रोजगार बढ़ा रहे, घर जा रहे, इसका इज्जत दे रहे, बीवी फुल पीने की आजादी दे रही, इसकी माँ का मजे ही मजे.
What?
Are we still live?
Yes.
Yeah, we are still live.
काम पे पहुंचना नहीं आसान, इतना
I
समझ
just
लीजिए.
oh yeah. We are
म्युनिसिपालिटी का
still
खड्डा
live.
है, लांग के जाना है. ये गाना
You know, we can take this offline.
Yeah.
Shelly Lee is going to
End the
learn how
stream.
to. Shelly Lee is going to learn how to travel through Mumbai now.
यहाँ भी खुदा है और वहाँ भी खुदा है.
Best way to travel in Mumbai is leaving Mumbai and traveling somewhere else.
I literally wrote down my stories. Top 10
Top 10
things.
things to do in Mumbai.
Leave.
Best spot in Mumbai International Airport.
What has this stream become, guys? What do you think of X-Men, guys? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. And what's your favorite part? What you love? What you didn't like? Let us know all that. And we'll see you next time. Hopefully next.
Oh wait. Before you go live, I have one slightly dark joke that if
Go live, off live. We are already
Okay,
live.
offline.
We are already live.
Oh, okay, before we go off live, I have one dark joke. That if instead of Genosha it was Mumbai, I would have agreed with the humans.
Nobody would have batted an eye.
Yeah.
Okay, that's
I'm
too
like,
dark.
Genosha was bad, but it cannot get worse than Kulla.
Oh my god, guys. So that's it. I think next time when we'll meet, we all be together. We'll be talking about Deadpool and Wolverine. I don't know if anything is there before that. Is there anything coming? We'll be here for the boys, hopefully, if Nolan agrees. And we'll be here for House of Dragon. Varun is there for that. And anything else? And Monkey Man
We'll be here.
reaction and Godzilla -1 reaction also. So good stuff coming. No one's even watching right now. But if you're watching, type in the comments Kurla OP. Kurla.
Don't come to Bombay.
Kurlaop. No, not Kurla OP. Let's change that.
Mumbai.
Amchi Mumbai.
No, this is difficult to write, no? Make it easy. Make it easy. Make it something easy to type.
Just end the stream. Don't embarrass yourself anymore.
Yeah.
Okay, type. I saw it till the end. Just type this, or you type. You embarrass. Fuck.
Good night.